Time for me. Murder rate going up, you know them lines jumping. I done let that faucet on, I feel my time running. I've been praying to my father, I feel my time coming. Niggas plotting out an option, won't take minds from me. I've been thugging on my own and they look up to me.
Salutations and greetings, y'all. This is Cool Cat and I'm chilling at Top Earners Multimedia with my man's Mike D.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, dog?
Great, man. You know, game's going good for me, just like I planned.
Okay. So tell the people, who is Mike D?
Alright, first and foremost, you know, Mike D is a father, stand-up man. You know, I'm an audio engineer, music producer, and artist. You know, this is what I do for a living. That's all I do.
So what would you say the importance of a black business is in today's
Man,
society?
it's very important, you know, because I feel like as a black man, nobody should have control of us. You know, I'm not meant to be controlled. You know, somebody telling me when to work, what to wear to work, how to talk to people. You know, I'm just in my comfort zone. In my own business, I do whatever I want. I come whenever I want. Make my own schedule. You know, a lot of times I wear Devos. That's how I'm comfortable. You know, I don't have to sound professional or none of that. You know, I'm just hip hop. You know, that's what I do. And also, you know, it's building a legacy to where you just working a job for somebody else. You just working hard for a paycheck, but now I feel like my hard work is building towards something. So that's very important, and you leaving a legacy, and also something to pass down to your kids. So it's very important as a black man, and you can also employ a bunch of people who's not treated correctly at a current job, or you know, help other people reach their dreams. That's one of my goals too. So for sure, man, it's very important.
What was the transition like to starting your own business?
Man, yo, for real, it was easy, super easy. Like, I kind of wish I would have did it like 10 years ago. I would say the hardest part was getting that self-doubt out of my mind. I always used to say, well, what if, how I'm gonna do this? But all I did, I wrote a plan, I stuck to it. You know, I thought about opening my own business one week, and the next week I was up and running. So, you know, ain't nothing to it but just to do it. Like, I've been doing shit for so long, it come easy to me, and I knew exactly every step I had to take to open it. So it wasn't hard at all.
And that didn't take long, 1 week, and then boom.
Yeah, it's insane, man. Like, literally, last month, the 18th, that's when I was sitting at my former place of employment, and I was thinking like, man, yo, either I need to find a way to make more money, or I gotta make a career change, you know, because the kids getting bigger, you know, everything growing. So then I was sitting there thinking like, you know, I really could do this shit by myself. That was on the 18th, and I was in here up and running on the 24th, so that's less than a week, right? Yeah. That's literally how it went, and it's going so great for me. I wish I would have did this shit like 10 years ago when I first thought about it. I probably would have been set by now, but you know, everything takes time. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. So how did you get into music, and what made you want to pursue it in the first place?
Okay, when I was real young, my mom used to get rental cars every time she get paid, right? And for some reason, you know, every rental car she used to get, it always had the tape stuck in it. And you know, I wasn't allowed to listen to, you know, all that rapping and cussing and shit. But I used to sneak the tapes and, you know, go listen to them. But I was real intrigued by 2 different tapes. It was 3 different tapes. One was the Hot Boys, and you know, I was more intrigued by Mannie Fresh. Like, damn, how is he making all these beats from scratch? That was the first time I heard beats with no samples in it. So I went back and was studying everything he was doing to put the music together, and I was just real entertained by that, because the artists also looked like, you know, the people that was on the corner next door. So that was one reason I wanted to get into music. Then it was Jay-Z Blueprint tape. That was the first time I heard samples, you know, really sounding coherent with the music. It all sound together, you know. So that was one thing. And then No Funny Shit for R. Kelly. It was a song my mom used to always listen to, Half on a Baby. And you know, on a particular chorus of the song, it sounded like he was singing in front of like a fireplace. And so when the video came out, he actually was, but I was trying to figure out how the fuck they made it sound like that before it was even a video. So, you know, I started looking into what is an audio engineer, you know, sound engineer, mix engineer, and that I learned, you know, they use different techniques and processes to make those sounds. So that's how I got into it in the first place.
So can you elaborate more on Mike D's artistry as far as like rapping? Anything coming?
Yeah, definitely. I got 2 singles that's gonna come soon. One is called Unstoppable, and one is called True Story. You know, my man Keezy came in here one day. That's another artist I work with, and he just laid a hook and left the beat, and it was just talking to me. It was talking to me, and the lyrics were just coming, you know. And so I decided to drop that. And, you know, I just played snippets of it online or whatever, and a bunch of people was hitting me up want to work just from that. So I got a lot of opportunities. So I'm just laying music, you know, and speaking the truth. I ain't trying to be something that I'm not, you know. I'm very comfortable. I think it's the best sound I done got so far. And, you know, I'm ready to do these visuals. Hopefully me and Cool Cat can, you know, come up with some great stuff
Yes,
for
sir.
the people.
Yes, sir. Now, what would you say your most challenging studio session was to date?
Oh, man.
And how did you, what did you do to overcome that or work through that?
I can't really say what was the hardest one. It's a lot of difficult sessions, but most of the time it's with dealing with live sound when there's a bunch of different people doing different instruments or whatever. But one of my jobs as a sound engineer is to problem solve, so I always figure out a way to make it work, you know. The main thing what I figured out is, you know, a lot of times the producers be overthinking. You gotta sort of simplify it for them. That's all. Like for instance, there's this one amazing artist I work with named Gigi or whatever. She can sing really good, music teacher, play piano. You know, she has a bunch of instrumentalists, but I was mixing one of her songs and it was like 150 something tracks. You know, and basically I just had to simplify it. She had like 10 different drum kits going at one time, so I just had to, you know, low-key mute some of them. Sorry, Gigi, but it came out sounding really good, you know. So a lot of times stuff like that. And then recently in here, I had a band in here that wanted to reamp a bunch of guitars, but we was limited for time and resources. So what I did was we just took the DIs that they had and, you know, used some simulator plugins, you know. So yeah, it's all about problem solving and making it work. Nothing ever really been too difficult that I couldn't do. The hardest part really is just dealing with certain people. People got different characteristics, you know. Just figuring out, you know, how to work with everybody, that's all.
Can you give me the top 5 in VA right now? Your top 5.
My top 5. That's hard, man. But, you know, of course, I had to go with the ones who, the obvious, like Young Crazy, Young Money Yarn, Orlando Jackson. I really been fucking with Beach Boy Tay lately. He turned 5th. I'm gonna have to go with my man Stu Money. Stu Money, yeah, he poppin'.
That's a pretty solid list, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. There's a lot. I fuck with Breeze Barker, you know. There's a lot of people I do fuck with too that ain't, you know. But I gotta go with the obvious ones that can't be disputed for real, for real.
I'm with that.
Mopstick, fuck with him.
Yes, sir. Do you have any advice that you would give anyone that's trying to pursue a similar path as you?
Yeah, hell yeah. First of all, you know, learn as much as you can. Everything you need to know is on YouTube, Google, whatever, you know. Get as much experience as you can. There's a whole bunch of artists around you. Get in tune with somebody, you know. And don't limit yourself to just recording or mixing. Or do as much as you can, you know. And just, there's a bunch of studios. Everybody always looking for up-and-coming engineers to work and fill those hours. You got to be willing to come in, you know. But you got to be knowledgeable before you come. Don't come in there and, you know, be a pest or be a burden to somebody. Come in there and actually help them do something. And then, you know, work on your own plan for your, you know, to work on your own stuff. But you gotta come up under somebody. You gotta put that work in. It's not like most people get into this business and think it's like on TV where you're partying all the time, or, you know, it's not like a real job. Nah, you gotta put in work. It's gonna take some long days and some long nights. It's gonna take some broke nights. But the shit you see on TV, these niggas partying and flexing, that's from all their hard work that they built up. You know, that's the reward. So, yeah, that's the advice I got. Get in tune with the music scene around you. There's a music scene everywhere. Get in tune, man. You know, artists, you can record plenty of artists for free. Everybody like free. You know, and then you build your clients up, and you build reputation, and you build relationships. If you can walk in any studio and say, I already got clientele, I know Pro Tools, here's some examples of my recordings, they gonna hire you in there like tomorrow. You know, so.
Anything else you want to say to the people, man?
Man, I just want to say, you know, if you need any recording, any beats, mixing, whatever, man, come to Top Earners Multimedia. 35 hour, 2-hour minimum, no smoke. That's it, bro. Oh, website is up, but beats coming soon.
Y'all heard it here first. Top Earners Multimedia, mixed by Mike motherfucking D.
Damn right. Oh, yeah, I'm on the graphics now too, so if you need to cover, I'll holler into.
Sir.